Hi guys, how are you all? A very warm welcome to Bioxplaining by Anuska, and I am your biology educator Anuska Sen. In this video, we are going to summarize all the examples present in NCERT with a few extra examples for the chapter Plant Kingdom, which is present in your Class 11 curriculum for biology. Okay, so plant kingdom के बारे में जब हम लोग बात करते हैं तो first thing that we discuss is algae. तो algae को आप also क्या बोलते हो? It is also known as thallophyta. And why is it known as thallophyta? Because of its thallus-like shape, right? An undifferentiated mass. Fine. So algae or thallophyta is further subdivided into three different classes based on the pigments, that is the color they have. Green algae are chlorophyceae, brown algae phaeophyceae, red algae rhodophyceae. Right? So green algae जो है chlorophyceae, वहाँ पे we have to remember the examples Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Eulothrix, Spirogyra and Cara. Then phaeophyceae, you have the examples Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum and Fucus. For rhodophyceae, we have the examples Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, Gelidia. Now, a lot of you remember examples in the form of different mnemonics, but I find it very useful to just take the first letters of each of them and create a word and keep, right? So for chlorophyceae, what I do is I remember like this, CV, U, SC, like this, I just remember. CV, U, SC, that is Chlamydomonas, Volvox, you say Eulothrix, then Spirogyra, Cara. ठीक है? Then phaeophyceae, brown algae, see what are the first letters? ED, LS, F. So that's how I remember ED, LS, F. बहुत बार अगर पढ़ लोगे तो एकदम अच्छे से याद हो जाता है. Just एक sentence बना के हर चीज के लिए याद रखना becomes a little difficult for me. So what I do is this way. अब आप लोगों को जो easy लगे, mnemonics easy लगे तो वो सही, अगर ऐसे easy लगे तो वो सही, directly learn करना easy लगे तो वो भी सही. Okay, so for phaeophyceae I remember ED, LSF. That is Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum and Fucus. Rhodophyceae, red algae के लिए मैं तो याद रखती हूँ P square, G square. Just that. P square, G square. Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, Gelidia. ठीक है? अब एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ साथ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके NCERT diagrams. Right? So for all these examples we have seen just now, we will be taking care of a few diagrams. तो पहले आपको क्या दिया गया? The first diagrams that you have is of your chlorophyceae, that is the green algae. तो क्या है? First is your Volvox, which is present in a colonial form. The large one is the parent colony, and in between you see small daughter colonies to be present. Right? Then what you have? Chlamydomonas, right? Which has C2 flagella. And then what you have? You have Cara, and you should be able to label each of these very carefully. Next, below this, below the green algae आपको जो दिखाया गया वो क्या है? That is your phaeophyceae or the brown algae. The examples given are Laminaria. So from where has Laminaria got its name? Because brown algae has laminarin. Okay, laminarin is a compound which is present in brown algae. So from this laminarin, this laminaria has gotten its name. Then you have Fucus and then you have Dictyota. Again, I am saying that you should be able to label these. Say the Fucus image is given and here there's a dash given. So you should be able to write this is the air bladder. This is the front. The central line is the midrib. The stalk below is the hold fast. In case of Dictyota, the stalk below is the stipe. That you should be able to write. Okay. And then यहाँ पे क्या आता है? Right side में आपको दिख रहा है red algae. That is your rhodophyceae. Right? So Porphyra and Polysiphonia. हम लोगों का जो P square है, that is given here. Porphyra has this frond and then Polysiphonia, one is the main axis and the side branches are also present. ठीक है? So I guess we are okay with the different examples of thallophyta, that is algae. After algae, what do we have? That is bryophytes. Bryophyta. So bryophytes are known as the amphibians of the plant kingdom. That is, they need both land as well as water to complete their life cycle. Right? Now, under bryophytes, we have two major divisions. One liverworts and the other is mosses. So whenever आपको liverwort का example याद रखना है, I remember RPM. RPM जैसे हम लोग revolutions per minute याद रखते हैं ना, so RPM, Rixia, Porella, Marketia. Okay, so RPM for liverworts. And mosses के लिए क्या याद रखेंगे? FPS. क्या याद रखते हैं हम लोग? फुट पाउंड सेकंड, राइट, फ्रेम्स पर सेकंड, बहुत कुछ है FPS. तो mosses जब भी आएंगे तो FPS, राइट, याद रहेगा. That is for liverworts we have RPM, Rixia, Porella, Marketia, and mosses के लिए FPS, Funaria, Polytrichum, Sphagnum. Similarly, for just like algae में भी diagrams were important. यहाँ पे भी same thing. आपको diagrams बहुत अच्छे से देखना है. आपको क्या आना चाहिए? You should be able to identify the diagrams, NCERT जो diagrams है, and you should also be able to label them correctly. Right? So first one is the liverwort Marketia. That is your male thallus and female thallus is both shown. Male thallus to the right, female thallus to the left. How will you understand which is the male thallus, which is the female thallus? Right on top, notice carefully this structure. So this one that looks like a flower. ये आपका क्या है? This is the archegoniophore. Okay. So this one is your female. So whenever you have archegonia, it refers to the female. And whenever it is antheridia, it refers to the male. ठीक है? So it refers to the male. This one, a little sprouted, you could say, that kind, that is the male. So these are the small things ना आपको diagram में notice करके रखना है. कि rest of all देखो rhizoids जो है, gemma cups जो है, एकदम same to same for the female thallus and the male thallus. Difference कहाँ हो क्या आ गया? ये ऊपर वाला structure where you have marked archegoniophore and the antheridiophore. Okay. तो ये गया हम लोग का RPM, Rixia, Porella, Marketia. Then mosses में क्या आता है? FPS, that is Funaria, Polytrichum, Sphagnum. यहाँ पे हम लोगों को diagram दिया गया. First of all, Funaria का, where gametophyte is present and on top of that, the sporophyte is present. And at the end of the sporophyte, notice the capsule is present. Right at the bottom again, rhizoids are present. In case of your bryophytes, both liverwort Marketia as well as Funaria, you will be finding rhizoids that are present. These are root-like structures, but they are not true roots. Okay. Then what you have? Sphagnum. The gametophyte sphagnum is shown. You have archegonial branch to be present here, and the antheridial branch is also present in the same body. Fine. So I guess bryophyte is also clear for us, the examples as well as the diagrams. Okay, now coming to pteridophytes. So talking about pteridophytes, pteridophytes में क्या है ना, आपके पास 4 different classes है. जैसे क्या हो गया? Coelopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and Pteropsida. So for all these, one example याद रखना is very easy. Second example याद रखना से आपको थोड़ा पढ़ लेना है, then it will stay on your mind. First is Coelopsida. So see the first example that we have, Coelopsida coelotum. अगर आपको Coelopsida याद रहता है classes का नाम, तो आपको coelotum very easily याद रहेगा. Right? Then the next example is Mesipteris, and this is a non-NCERT example. ठीक है? This is not present in NCERT. NCERT has given coelotum. तो Coelopsida में coelotum. Easy to remember. Then आता है आपका Lycopsida. तो अगर आपको Lycopsida याद रहता है, हर एक के एंड में क्या है? आपको Sida, 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 like Opsida. Opsida is the common in all. तो Coelo, यहाँ पे भी coelotum. Lyco, यहाँ पे भी Lycopodium. Getting it? Lycopodium. And the other one is Selaginella. Then Sphenopsida वाला Equisetum थोड़ा different है. And Pteropsida again same, Pteropteris. Right? Then the other is Dryopteris adiantum. So Bryopteris and Pteris you can easily remember from Pteropsida. Sphenopsida से Equisetum, Lycopsida से Lycopodium, बहुत easy, and then Coelopsida से Coelotum. So at least one example you can very easily remember from each of them. Okay. Same thing here also, हम लोग को examples बहुत अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए. So first example that is shown, this image is of Selaginella, right? Selaginella belongs to the class that is your Lycopsida. So this example you have to know. Here it's very easy to mark. See, the roots have been marked, stem and the leaves, right? Now if you come to the B diagram, what is B? B is your Equisetum, and Equisetum belongs to Sphenopsida. Sphenopsida class में belong करता है आपका Equisetum. Equisetum also, remember carefully, this is the rhizome that is marked at the base. बहुत बच्चे क्या करते हैं, जैसे आपका Bryophytes में था rhizoids, उसके साथ confusion कर देते हैं. No, don't get confused. This is rhizome. Then है आपके पास branches. Then you have the node regions from where the structures are arising. And in between two nodes, the area is present, which is the internode. Right on top, you have the strobilus, which is basically nothing but the cone. Okay. Then below, these are two other examples not present in our previous list. First is one is your fern. ये तो आप देख के ही पहचान लोगे. All of you can mark out fern, I guess. And then we have the last example, that is your salvinia. Okay. Is it clear? I guess pteridophytes are also clear for all of you. Now we are coming to the next one, that is Gymnosperms. So Gymnosperms, we are not classifying it into very specific classes or divisions. We'll just have generalized example. Aapka one of the tallest tree species jo hai, that is Sequoia. So it is the giant redwood tree. Then unbranched stems are present in Cycas. So if you look into the diagram carefully, ye first one is your Cycas. Okay, Cycas has ekdam unbranched stem. Then branched stems are present in Pinus and Cedrus, जो आपको यहाँ पे B में मिलेगा, right? So B is your Pinus, B1 is your Pinus, right? Where there are branched stems. And last में dwarf shoot and long shoot both are present. See, if you look carefully, one is the long shoot and the other one is the dwarf shoot. Right? So both are present and this is your ginkgo. ठीक है? Right? So Gymnosperms का example याद करना very easy है. These are all small examples. बच्चों को confusion ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होता है first two में. That is your algae में 3 classes and then your Bryophyta में. Right? So if you remember like how I told you all with the first letters, those two are very easy. Rest, if you study it twice or thrice and practice questions, it gets registered in your mind. एकदम last चीज जो हम लोग को क्या याद रखना है, that is Angiosperms. Angiosperms का मतलब ये कौन है? These are our flowering plants, right? These are the flowering plants. तो यहाँ पे भी 2 categories, एक है आपका monocotyledons, एक है आपका dicotyledons. So monocotyledonous one means they have just single cotyledon, one cotyledon. Common examples आपका corn, rice, wheat, ginger, maize, sugarcane. And dicot, that is there will be 2 cotyledons present. So these are your peas, beans, tomatoes, roses, oranges. I haven't put in images here because these are very simple images to put in. Monocot, dicot याद करने का कुछ नहीं है. Class 5, 6 से हम सबको पता है who are the monocots and who are the dicots. And then plant life cycles में just basic हम लोग को याद होना चाहिए. कुछ details वगैरह नहीं. Haplontic life cycle, that is only entire life cycle is haplontic. That is your algae, जैसे आपका Volvox, Pyrogyra, some species of Chlamydomonas. ठीक है. Diplontic, that is the entire life they are diploid. All the seed bearing plants, आपके पास Gymnosperms है, Angiosperms है, all. Algae में exception क्या आता है? Diplontic में आ जाता है Fucus. And haplodiplontic, that is both haploid and diploid forms are present. वहाँ पे आ जाता है आपका Ectocarpus and आपका Polysiphonia, right? And your Bryophytes and Pteridophytes will fall under the haplodiplontic. राइट? तो आप लोग वीडियो को पॉज कीजिए, जहां पे भी आप लोगों को note down करके याद करना है. I have summarized all the examples that you will ever need for your plant kingdom chapter, for your boards, NEET, school exam, whatever. Boards nahi, 11th ka to boards nahi, school exam, then for your NEET, whatever you will need, examples from plant kingdom, everything is here in this one video. I hope it has been useful. If you find this useful and you think it's gonna help you for your exam, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel Bioxplaining by Anuska. Stay tuned and keep in touch so that you can get notifications about the next video, which will drop very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.